Gunpowder handshake back here again, guys. We're on part 5 of the video. This should be the finishing, the follow-up of the video. On the last video, what we did was we went ahead and set our speed chute in. Our pin is still standing up just where I left it, guys. All these videos are one right behind the next because I would expect them to be the same way you are. I know you guys probably can do some of them faster. I wanted to take time and do very detailed information for those of you doing it for the first time. I'm going to bring in my block of wood again because I don't want to mar up my gun. I just want to tap the pin down with the block of wood. Now, these pins sometimes will go right through real easy, so you just want to use light tap. Just tap, 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 tap. Alright, set in perfect. Okay, here is our firearm so far. And the scratches here, guys, that you're looking at was a grip issue. And this won't happen to many guns. I learned a lesson, and I will tell you about that. I tried these grips out the day that I purchased them. I put them on the firearm, just checking them out. I found out when you take them out of the box, you need to oil them down, wipe them really good. My problem was they wasn't torqued all the way down. A little bit of debris got up under them. Believe it or not, it actually scratched the gun pretty good and the back of the grips. So I do like the Hogue Extreme aluminum grips, but because they are steel, anything that gets caught between them and the gun will be scratched into the gun. So just word to the wise, guys. Okay, we've got everything assembled now pretty much on the firearm. What we got to do now is the bushing. I was telling you guys on the bushing, this is my stock bushing. Let me go ahead and get my Ed Brown drop-in barrel bushing here. Now this one, I will have to say, guys, the very first time I used it, I'll go ahead and give you guys a little pointer here. When you went to put it up onto the barrel, it would not, it just stuck. What you don't have to do is get your 1000 grit sandpaper, roll it in a circle. Depending, I wound up using, I think, a flashlight or something like that with a nice little thickness to it. I lubricated it all really good in oil. I took my barrel bushing and I just basically back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, about 30 minutes. And I mean, I'll do it now just because, like you see, I mean, it always helps it work smooth. You don't want to take too much off. You want to try and keep it as round as possible, only because it makes it better for accuracy. It keeps it tighter. I never recommend sanding on your barrel, guys. This barrel cost you $150 to $200. $150 to $200 for a 45 ACP barrel. This bushing cost you $20. Throw it away. Buy another one. Don't ruin your barrel. Alright, well, I sanded for about 30 minutes on the inside of it. That took a lot. The outside of it, believe it or not, the what was it, .699 OD was actually very close for the mil-spec on Springfield. If you've got a different make and model of gun, it may be different. I did go to Springfield's website, didn't find the information, but called them. They were very gracious to tell me what their ID and OD was standard, and it was very close. The ID was .582, the OD was .700. So it's very, very close, guys. It shouldn't take too much at all of sanding to get it to fit. Now what you want to do is just go ahead and put it on the barrel. Make sure that it slides up and on the barrel. When it gets to the front, you do want to make sure it is a little tight. Alright. Now we've got that all taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and open my grips and put the grips on. Now guys, like I did state, you do want to make sure that these are very clean and oiled. Go ahead and open these up here and show you they're a black aluminum. They feel very slick to the hand, but believe it or not, when they're wet and you grab it, your thumb just stops. It won't slide. It's very, very cool. A little expensive, but I do like them. And you can see on the back of the grips how it had the cut-ins from that one time. I mean, I just tried them on that one day, fired it a couple times, but really wanted to replace the beaver tail and a few things. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and take some of my oil. I'm going to lube them up real good. I'm going to wipe them down, make sure I don't have anything on them. Just because I do not want to repeat that process of it being ground back in. And these rags, because it's metal, you will see that it does pull a lot of the stuff off the rag. So now what I'm going to do is go back and get my silicone rag, Also, the hop's another thing that I really like, and open it up because this doesn't really leave any fibers behind it, and I really like that. The last thing you want is a bunch of fibers left behind on your gun. Go ahead and clean it down real good. Go ahead and get my microfiber towel. Wipe down that way. I make sure there's nothing left on it. I just want to make sure they're nice and clean, because the last thing you want is anything scratching on your gun. Same with this one. Put a little oil on it. And then I really recommend when you install it, you put a little bit of oil on it too. It really helps protect the gun. These grips are cut a little bit bigger than most of your standard 45 grips. So if you scratch it and you decide you don't like the grips and you want to change them later, you're going to have a problem because nothing else is going to fit on it. If you do, I mean, it will fit, but it will leave some overhang, which you're not going to be happy with. Let me go ahead and wipe down the gun real good where the grips was. And treat that with a little bit of oil there. And guys, you can go, however much or however little oil you want to go. Completely up to you. I like to put it on, smear it in, and then go back and just dab it up and wipe it so you still have some oil on it, just not a bunch of clump. Last thing you want to do is go shoot a gun that slides right out of your hand. Alright, now that we've got it good and oiled there, go ahead and set our grip on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get out my new grip screws, my hex heads. Go ahead and drop them in there. Sometimes they're a little hard to line up, guys. Alright, go ahead and torque those on down. Let's see, where did I put that Allen wrench at? Oh, it's back in my bag here. And the Allen wrench that comes with your gun, believe it or not, fits all the grip screws, even though it didn't come with the Torx head grip screws on it. For some reason it fits them all. And I will have to say, when you put the aluminum grips on, you do want to torque them down, only because if they move, like I said, they will scratch your firearm. I wasn't a big fan of torquing them down as tight, but I found out it was definitely the way to go. Alright, guys. As soon as we get the grip screws on, we're going to be really close to getting the gun completed here. We'll put our barrel bushing back in. We're going to put our slide back on, and then we'll take a quick look at the firearm afterwards. Alright, now we'll take our slide our barrel back in. Then take our barrel bushing. And like I said, guys, this one will be a little tougher, so you might have to use your barrel bushing wrench to get her down in there. Alright, there she goes. She's down on there. Go ahead and set her plunger in, and The spring, you want to use the two sides that together is going to go down over this piece. The open side is going to go into your cap. Go ahead and load that up. Alright, now all you have to do is line the slide and the frame back up together with the notches. Turn the gun over. We'll slide it back to our first notch. Take our slide stop and wiggle it down in there. Now this is where you're going to have to take your screwdriver and push just a hair behind it. Alright. Now with the Ed Brown bushing, like I said, when you put your cap back on, go ahead and put your cap on, slide it on down. Oh, almost forgot to put the safety on there to keep the slide from moving. And you're going to have to hold the cap down and get that to lock over just a little bit. Now, since it's the Ed Brown, it's going to be pretty tight, so you're going to bring in your tool here. Plastic one does chew up a little bit, but I'd rather chew up the plastic one than chew up my gun any day of the week. You can wipe the blue plastic off. Okay. And guys, after all of our parts and everything went into the firearm, go ahead and wipe it down. I got fingerprints all over it from where I was just touching it. We'll give you a quick look at it. And make sure to check my other videos out. I got several other guns I work on, Berettas. I'll be doing a review on a Phoenix 22, $150 pocket pistol. But guys, there's what it looks like after everything's done. Beaver tail, really nice feel. Like the hammer on it, the grips on it, the checkered flat magwell, I really think sets it off. I really think it's a very nice looking gun after all the modifications. Well guys, thanks for everything. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, also check my videos coming out on the Beretta, as well as the HP 22A. It's appreciating everything you guys, all the watching, all the views here. This is Gunpowder Handshake signing off.